likes me. Nobody likes me. That's okay, cause I don't like y'all anyway. Man, I don't like y'all anyway. Fuck all y'all. I let my watch talk for me, my whip talk for me, my gat talk for me. Bad, what up, homie? Even bitches who don't know me, they wanna blow me cause the shit I floss with, he's saying a lot for me. I came in the rap humble, I don't give a fuck now. I serve anybody like niggas who hustle uptown. The coke price go up, capsules come down. The D's running my crib, I'm nowhere to be found. Niggas who hustle for me, they don't even stash track. They keep it on them, right there in their ass track. I don't like a nigga, I don't pretend to. I have the paramedics wrapping your fucking head like a Hindu. Look, I ain't going nowhere, so get used to me. OGs look at me and see I'm what they used to be. I'm that nigga that's so cold, the nigga that's so dope, the nigga that shot dice went broke, the so-so, the thug that pop shit, the thug that pop clips, the thug that went from 3.5 to the whole brick. Nigga ain't in his right mind going against me. My pictures painted the words I make a blind man see. Street murder, I don't believe you murder. Fuck around and leave you murder. I don't believe you murder, murder. Your life's on. Heel Steven, Unigamer,
Knowledge at Wrestling,
and welcome to another exciting edition of Team Heel GutCheck Podcast here on YouTube.com. And y'all probably wondering, where the fuck have we been last week, huh? Well, for those of you who don't know, last week we took part of the BWR British Wrestling Radio 24-hour fundraiser show. We were part of the show we took part in, and what we did was we took over the show for an hour, myself and Unigamer, and we had a blast, didn't we?
Oh yeah, it was a great time, and I want to thank British Wrestling Talk Radio for allowing us to have that time to take part in that show. It was for a very good cause, and they're still taking in donations right now for that as well. Would you care to tell them what the cause is for, Hill Steven?
It's for a little boy. He needs surgery to obviously live longer. He's a wrestling fan just like all of us here are, and he needs surgery to come to America to get the surgery. So for those of you who wish to donate money, again, it's for a good cause. Go to bwrradio.com. At the page, hit the donate button and wish to donate how much money you'd like. And as always, every Friday, tune into British Wrestling Radio with Deano Mitchell and Nixy Newman every Friday, 11 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. U.S. time Eastern, and 3 o'clock Pacific U.S. time every Friday. Just a little plug for them, you know. And once again, thank the Dean and Nixy for having us on. Now, let's go on to the show, shall we, boys?
All right.
yeah,
It's been 2 weeks that we've been gone, but a lot to cover. Starting with last night's Monday Night Raw. I think this Raw, if you think about it, basically the whole show was about the debut of the Wyatt family, in my personal opinion. Put it this way, not to my knowledge, but this is probably the only debut in a long time that people have been anxious to happen. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like the way they've been cutting the promos and everything for it. It was perfect. And then the entrance, I seriously marked out for the entrance. I thought that was pretty badass.
Me too. It was never thought of. Like, you know, who would have thought, like, you know, Kane beats Christian in the squash match, and then you have the lights turn off, and you see a promo of Bray Wyatt, and he's talking about, you know, how people are just pure sheeps, and how he invents wars, and how he starts wars, and it's time for a change, and you see him turn on the light, you know what I mean, his little lampshade or whatever, and he says, "We're here." That's when I popped. I don't know about you guys, that's when I popped. And into the theme music, and it's all dark and shit, and you see Bray Wyatt just rocking on his chair.
You see him come out to the ring with the lantern, and that's the one thing I liked about it was the simplicity of the music. Not the music, but the entrance. It was very simplistic, and kind of eerie in a way. It just reminded me of a movie called Deliverance, mixed in with Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Really? And yeah, I mean, then the next thing you know, the lights turn back on, and Kane's getting beat up by Eric Rowan and Luke Harper.
You know, it was perfectly done, in my personal opinion. Again, from what it looks like now, Kane is not going to be at the All-Star Money in the Bank ladder match this Sunday. So the question is, I'm going to ask you both. Do you guys see Bray Wyatt being the replacement in this ladder match? Knowledge of wrestling, I'll start with you.
I don't, to be honest. I mean, because yeah, he had a good debut, great debut. Even though it wasn't a match, like the segment itself, it showed that this group is. You got to take them seriously. They took out Kane. I like the way they took him out with the two Wyatt family members. But I don't see Bray Wyatt really being in the match. Maybe they'll just cut it down to 6, which would suck. Or Kane will somehow. There's a lot of things that could happen. Kane could still be in the match, but he'll be all banged up and stuff. But no, I just don't see it. I don't see them elevating Bray Wyatt that soon to the All Stars Money in the Bank match. I mean, if they are, then you could already tell this guy is going to be a future world champion if he's in that match.
Yeah. You gamer?
I don't think so. I don't think that Bray Wyatt's going to be Kane's replacement at all. I mean, he just premiered, and he wasn't in a match. He just showed up, and him and the Wyatt family beat up, or actually the Wyatt family just beat up Kane, and that's about it. He really didn't do anything to prove himself yet, and that's what he needs to do before he can be in a match like Money in the Bank for a potential shot at the championship.
Here's my thing, though. Maybe, as far as shock value, yeah, maybe that happened. But I agree. You think of this all-star battle, Money in the Bank ladder match. You think of former world champions, people who have been there at the top before. And Bray Wyatt, when under this gimmick or when he was Husky Harris, he hasn't really hit that yet. But again, that's the way you see it. Maybe I do sense though. Who could probably be the replacement? I'm gonna go on a limb here and say Rey Mysterio.
Maybe he hasn't been seen in a while.
Yeah.
Exactly. It could be him, or maybe it could be, let's see, another former world champion, right?
Yeah.
Or former WWE champion. I don't know, but it's probably that, though, in my personal opinion. But let's see what happens with it. Now let's move right along to the next topic regarding Monday Night Raw. Mark Henry's promo on John Cena. It was done very well, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
I think I liked it. They didn't really. I'm surprised they got their segment a little early on Raw, but because they're concentrating more on the Money in the Bank matches. But this feud, they basically are promoting it through the vignettes of Mark Henry and stuff, and I like that they're trying to get people to believe that Mark Henry can win the title. Even though, personally, I think he's not going to win, sadly. But, it's a good way to... it was a good way to keep on building their matchup. And Henry, he has a lot of momentum going into the match, which is good. But we all know what happens at the end. Cena finds some way to win. And that's the bad thing about it, because we all know Cena's going to win at the end. And, all that build-up is just going to be, not... It's not gonna. I don't know how to say it.
It's gonna be all for nothing.
Yeah, it's gonna be all for nothing.
Predictable.
Yeah, yeah.
Gamer?
It's gonna be pretty much like Jerry Lawler's build-up that he had when he faced The Miz for the title at, I can't remember it was a pay-per-view before WrestleMania.
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
They
kind of
11. Yeah, it was 11.
All right, but as I was gonna say though. They did that kind of build-up to make us think, okay, Jerry Lawler might win the title, but nope, they kept it on The Miz. Bad mistake putting it on him, bad mistake keeping it on him for the longest time that they did. But that's another story for another time, really.
Or another video for another time.
Yeah, exactly. But I seriously think that Super Cena's going to pull one out of his ass again. And keep the belt.
Yeah. Here's my thing with this, alright? I don't know if you guys realize this, but I feel like, I believe Jeff, Unigamer, myself and you and I, we talked about this at the 24-hour show, and it's crazy to see, right? Or if you watch WrestleMania, right, 29, Ryback versus Mark Henry, and Ryback lost to Mark Henry. But mind you, Ryback got the title shot against Cena at the next pay-per-view. Mind you, he lost at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And it took Mark Henry to fake retirement and cry in the ring to get a WWE title match. Does anyone, see the stupidity and the logic of the WWE with that?
For sure, I definitely see it. I just say to myself, like, what the hell are they thinking? Giving a match to Ryback for losing, and it takes Henry to basically, like you said, fake crying and pull on this act to really get noticed. It just doesn't seem fair. Not to me, not to a lot of other fans, I'm sure.
Exactly, yeah. But I mean, again, we know what's going to happen already. Let's be honest, this is Mark Henry's biggest claim to fame. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, the biggest match of his career.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong, winning the world title was something, yeah. But let's be fucking honest, the WWE does not really give two shits about the world heavyweight title.
I mean, he did beat Randy Orton for it.
Yeah, exactly. But let's be honest here.
Yeah,
if the WWE had given them a choice to either drop the world title or the WWE title, which one would you think they'll drop?
They'll drop the big gold.
Exactly. The whole title.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, don't get me wrong, beating Randy Orton was fine, but nowadays, is Randy Orton really a legitimate person to beat? Like, oh my god, yeah, I beat Randy Orton.
Yeah, but back then he was, sort of.
Not to me, at that time, to me, Randy Orton was an equivalent of a mid-carder to me.
I mean, now he is, but I think...
Nah, to me, even then he was, based on, where he was at, and based on who he was facing. To me, he just felt like a mid-carder. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to take anything away from Randy Orton. Just my honest opinion on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, we have to wait and see what happens. I mean, obviously Cena's gonna win. But, they're gonna have him find a show adversity. He'll probably lift up Mark Henry in, the AA. You know what I mean? And the crowd probably will make a pop out of it. And don't be surprised if Jerry Lawler or Mike Cole goes, oh my God, vintage Cena!
Yeah, I know, I hate that.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, they act like we never seen it before.
Exactly. Like, how many times has Cena wrestled Mark Henry in the past?
That too, and he always beats him.
Exactly. I remember they had, I believe 2008 or 2010. One of those years, they had an armed wrestling match at Raw.
Yep.
And they try to make it seem like John Cena could beat Mark Henry. Which to me was so stupid. Well, there goes your rant for you. Now let's move right along to the next topic here. Daniel Bryan. Is it me, or based on what happened last night on Raw with the ending, Daniel Bryan beating up CM Punk and beating up Orton, do you feel like the WWE spilled the beans, as in, this is the guy that's going to win? Like, they made it obvious. Because to me, I feel like they did.
Yeah, they definitely did. I mean, he has so much momentum. He opened the show, he opened the show with Sheamus, and, he beat Sheamus, which, Sheamus losing... Yeah, it was a good match. It was a really good match. And Sheamus losing nowadays is, kind of rare, so... And Daniel Bryan, I don't even think he's beaten Sheamus in the past, not including, tag matches or anything. But, it's good that he won, because he used to get his ass kicked by Sheamus all the time. And then he ends the show. He just randomly beats up Randy Orton and CM Punk after their main event match. And, he stands tall, he climbs up and then gets the briefcase, and, he looks dominant. He looks so dominant. So they're really trying to believe, to make us believe that he's going to win the match. And, it's just too predictable when they did that. Like, I don't think WWE will make it so predictable. I think someone else might win. I hope it's not Rob Van Dam, but I want Daniel Bryan to still win, though. And I won't be too shocked if he wins, but it's just weird seeing him getting so much momentum.
There's one thing I've noticed. There's a formula to WWE and the way they do things. And a lot of times, usually whoever gets the last laugh before the pay-per-view always fucking lose. And they never win. And that really makes him very predictable there. So I don't think Daniel Bryan is going to win at all. I don't see it happening. And I seriously wouldn't be surprised if they do have Rob Van Dam as the winner of that match. But that match between Daniel Bryan and Sheamus, I will say, is the match that we should have had that WrestleMania last year.
28,
instead of the embarrassment that we got, or the letdown, I should say. That was the one we got last year was a complete letdown, and WWE really needs to be ashamed of themselves for actually letting that happen.
I remember what they were trying to do was they were trying to break a world record, and it really failed them miserably.
I know.
But again, I mean, in a perfect world, Daniel Bryan would win. Because think about it, he's super over right now with the crowd. You know what I mean? Like, to my understanding, I think their shirt is that shirt that he made. The respect the mustache, respect the beard.
Yeah.
That's selling quick right now.
I'm not surprised.
And, again, in a perfect world, he would win. But knowing how the WWE is, they always have the tendency at the last minute throw you with a curveball. They might have, let's say, Randy Orton winning. And honestly, I wouldn't mind if Orton wins. Have him turn heel and feud with Cena again.
I don't want to say that.
It can happen. Or, maybe have Sheamus win and have Sheamus turn heel.
Oh, that'd be good, but I doubt they'll do that.
Or a Jericho versus Cena feud.
Jericho?
Yeah, versus Cena feud. Oh, my bad.
Jericho's not in the match, yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I botched. I apologize. Botchamania.
I wish he was, but...
Yeah, I know.
Seriously, WWE likes to try and brainwash its audience into liking who they want you to like. But, it doesn't work that way. Fans are going to like who they're going to like, and there's nothing Vince McMahon can do about it. You can't just say, like, I want you to like this guy. No, we have an opinion. We have a minds of our own, and we're going to say we don't like him. We find him to be boring. We don't care if he's a big, muscular dude. We don't get off on that like you do.
No, we don't. We want guys that love professional wrestling. Guys that are passionate about it. Guys like Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards, Daniel Bryan. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah.
This is wrestling, not
an entertain, not a soap opera. I think with the WWE, with the lacking, they have people that are the writers there that don't know shit about pro wrestling. They don't. They don't have no experience whatsoever. They probably never watched it when they were kids. You know what I mean? But they have these experiences with soap operas and, shit like that, which is like, what the fuck,
And when Vince Russo was hired by the WWE, he was originally a writer for a show called Duckman.
Damn.
Yeah, remember that cartoon on USA?
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't, to be honest.
It was kind of like a lame cartoon of a detective duck or something like that. It was like it was pretty adult. It was pretty much an adult cartoon of a duck who was a detective. That was kind of a smart ass half the time, a loser type person. It was a pretty funny show. I actually thought it was entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's move on now to the next topic regarding Monday Night Raw. Vickie Guerrero last night got fired from her general manager spot. Let's be honest, we were all happy about this.
Yep, I was. That definitely was.
I was so happy when this happened. And nothing against Vickie Guerrero. She's probably a nice person in real life, fine. You know what I mean? But let's be real. Let's call it a spade here. The only reason why Vickie Guerrero is even there because Eddie passed away, and the fact that Vince McMahon felt sorry for her, that he decided to maintain her and her family. And now Vince McMahon finally realized, I gotta cut you guys off.
Yeah. Yeah, like she can work behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, work behind the scenes.
Yeah, she doesn't need to be in front of the camera because, like, I just don't like her. I don't like seeing her in front of the camera. I don't like seeing her behind the scene or out there because she's boring to me.
Like, did you see her on top of that ladder last night?
Oh my God, everyone's screaming, fall, fall, fall.
I thought she was gonna, literally, you can just look in her eyes. She's like, oh my God, I'm about to bust my ass. Holy shit, I'm about to fucking fall.
But I kept wondering myself, how the hell is she going to get down there and not fuck up? And surprisingly enough, she was able to get down without killing herself.
Exactly.
I kept thinking she was going to do that. I thought, all right, she's going to fall. She's going to hurt herself. Hopefully they can catch her.
I know. So now Brad Maddox is the new general manager of Monday Night Raw. I'll be honest, at first I marked out, right? I was so happy. Yes, Brad Maddox, he deserves it. But that was just trolling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm looking at like, are you fucking serious? Brad Maddox?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, what's the point of having the general manager overall, honestly? Like, if they're going to keep on rotating every 2 years or every month?
I know.
It's kind of a good story, though, when you think about it. I mean, the guy starts off wanting to be a wrestler, but since he's not big enough, he kind of gets screwed over. Winds up stuck as a referee, and then goes from being a referee to an assistant general manager to now being the full-on general manager.
So he's the white Theodore Long, pretty much.
Yeah,
Basically.
pretty much.
The white Teddy Long, all right, with the hair. Oh my God! You know what's funny, right? Michael Cole last night referenced my job. He's the back gross to the shop, right? Yeah, he referenced where I work at. Awesome, Michael Cole. Good for you, bro.
Did he really?
Yeah,
No,
he did. Yeah, that's where I work at.
I'm talking about Brad Maddox. Did he?
He probably did. I don't know. But then again, I mean, here's the thing. Probably as a kid, let's be honest here, every kid's job is working at a grocery store for it, I'm assuming. Either that or being a paper boy. Something in those works, you know what I mean? Or mowing lawn for the neighbor.
Fast food, burger joints, a lot of kids get jobs there.
A cashier.
Yeah, at the mall, if they're lucky. Put it this way, for a kid nowadays, for a teen, right? Getting their first job at the mall is like getting signed by the WWE.
Yeah, because they get super happy.
Exactly, yeah. It's the mall, yo. I get free AC. You get to walk around. Fuck that.
And then they want to quit the next day.
Yeah, it should be ass, yo. It should be ass. But again, let's see what happens with Brad Maddox. You know, hopefully, you know, they're with the job that he gets. Now let's see where it goes. You know, I don't want to pass judgment. I don't want to, but you know, let's see what happens. But here, I want to go back to the Wyatt family real quick. And here's what thing got to me, right? When Bray Wyatt was doing his pose, right? You guys know the crowd chanting, Husky Harris.
Yeah.
That could literally kill a segment.
Yeah, it really ruined it.
I was like, those fucking idiots, man. Especially with all that hard work that he put in to this character as Bray Wyatt, and now the crowd wants to call him Husky Harris. It's like, okay, yeah, do that with Tensai because WWE fucked up there.
And again, I can't complain because at WrestleMania week at Access, when Cesaro came out to the ring for the Q&A, I was chanting, Claudio! Claudio!
Yeah, you weren't chanting him by his WWE name.
I was calling him Claudio Castagnoli.
Well, at least that's his real name. Like, Husky Harris is a failed gimmick. It's not even his real name, Bray Wyatt.
It was like, Claudio! Next world champion! Yeah, this is Wanda. Let's get on now to the world of TNA. Okay? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Impact Wrestling. Oh, yes. They're going to take over one day. Just kidding. Sorry, Kevin. But anywho. Last week on Impact, July 4th episode, TNA did something that kind of really pissed me off. Unigamer, Knowledge Wrestling, you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Austin Aries comes out with the X-Division title, okay? So it looks like he passed off as suicide the week before, won the X-Division title, revealed that he was suicide. It turns out he wasn't the real suicide, it was TJ Perkins. And you think that it would be Austin Aries versus Bully Ray at Destination X, right? You think that. And I'll be honest, when that happened, I was excited. I was happy. Like, yes, TNA's finally doing something great. You know what I mean?
Something innovative, something that's going to put... Yeah, I know what you're saying now.
Butts in the seats. Yeah, butts in the seats. And the thing was, knowledge of wrestling, if you remember last year when you and I were making videos, when we started, I said it. You know what? Summer 2013, Summer 2012, Austin Aries would be a world champion.
Yep.
And it happened. And I'm like, yo, let it happen 2 years in a row. And I was expecting that. Because let's be honest, when Austin Aries was the world champion, TNA was interesting to watch.
Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go on a limb and say the summer of 2012, TNA was better than WWE.
It was. A lot of people were saying that.
I was saying it too, because it was. It was providing good wrestling. It wasn't providing... It was... I just don't know how to really describe it, but it was actually entertaining to watch, and at some point it could have really built more of an audience up until they started doing the Aces and Eights thing.
Yeah, it kind of fucked up.
Aces 0.8, as Don, Tony, and Kevin Castle would say. But here's the thing, though, right? Like, you remember last year that promo that Aries cut, like, wrestling is hitting another boom period, and I'm gonna be the head of the boom, and I was excited. And TNA once again dropped the ball. Here's the thing with me and TNA. Me and TNA have a love and hate relationship. Alright? So last Thursday, right, it was a triple threat match. It was Austin Aries versus Chris Sabin versus the former Suicide, and now he's being known as Manic. But mind you, he still had the Suicide costume. Okay?
Yeah.
And Manic was taken out quick by the Ace and Ace, so it became a one-on-one match, Austin Aries and Chris Sabin. And mind you, it was a good match. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really bad. It was back and forth action, good chemistry in the ring. The crowd was so into this match. And if you were to watch it yourself, you'd probably be into it as well. And mind you, I enjoy main events like that, two young guys in the ring. That's great. But what pisses me off is you have Chris Sabin win the belt back. So what's the point of, having Chris Sabin drop the belt the week before if you're going to give them the belt back the week after? Can someone explain me the logic in that?
I can't. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
It's like, just my whole hope just went away. Like, great, TNA. Like, really, fucked up again.
Yeah, like, they should have just kept the belt on Sabin to begin with instead of doing it. Like, if you're gonna do this kind of angle where Austin Aries reveals that he was suicide and he did option C, because you knew why he did it. He wanted to be X-Division champion so he can cash it in, or, you know what I mean, to get another shot at the world title. And I was like, okay, this is good. This will be a good thing. But they didn't let him keep it long enough to do that. And it fucked everything up. It's like, why even bother doing that? Why? You just wasted time. You just wasted their, like...
Yeah, that was pointless.
It's a big fuck you to the fans. Yeah. It's like you said, it's a love-and-hate relationship, but WWE kind of gives us a give-and-take relationship where they give a shit and we take it.
It's like, you wonder why there's people that talk shit about TNA. You wonder why. And it amazes me still how there's people out here that will still defend the company after this. Yeah, shock value, I understand, but bad shock value, though.
Yeah, they fucked it up. I don't know. People just want to defend TNA because they don't want to admit that WWE is probably the number one company.
Exactly. And, just move on because I'm getting a headache just for talking about this segment. I'm getting a headache. So last week as well, TNA has released a lot of wrestlers from their roster. So my understanding is that they want to, save money. So they pretty much took out dead weight. And from the releases, we have Crimson, Joey Ryan, Tyler Hendricks, I believe as well Christian York, Madison Rain, and recently, just now, breaking news. Guess who got released by TNA today?
Oh.
Who?
Matt Morgan.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Wow.
That really is cutting off the dead weight. They weren't kidding.
I'm sorry, can you say that again, Unigamer?
They really were cutting off dead weight if they're going to get rid of Matt Morgan. Thank God.
Yeah. Here's my thing, though, okay? Why would you release Crimson? Why would you release Christian York? I mean, you realize that half these guys that were released were young, talented wrestlers that were coming up. But yet they still keep guys like Eric Young. They still keep guys like, what's his name? Joseph Park, Garrett Bischoff. They still keep guys like Devon and Bully Ray. Yeah, Bully Ray's the champion, but come on.
Well, of course they're going to keep Garrett Bischoff. He's Eric Bischoff's son.
Yeah, but he sucks.
Yeah, but you got to remember who's the booker, or not booker, but whatever position Eric Bischoff has in TNA, yeah. He's producer's son, so he gets to keep his job.
It sucks, yeah. You still keep Al Snow, Bruce Pritchard, like, yeah.
Oh, you gotta keep those.
I mean, what's the point of having GutCheck, right? If you're gonna get rid of them like months later and shit, you know?
Yeah. They were like Joey Ryan. Yeah, they could afford to get rid of him because he wasn't really like all that good of a wrestler, and he wasn't entertaining to me. I was like, thank God, goodbye.
You know what? You know what it was. Here's the thing, right? With Joey Ryan, they haven't been going with them. You know, with the whole GutCheck. He had a match against Al Snow at Bound for Glory, and then after that, they partnered with Matt Morgan.
Yeah.
But they never gave that tag team a chance. Then they had him job to Joseph Park at Lockdown. In a match that should have been on television, if not the pre-show of that pay-per-view. And, again, they had nothing for him. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. That's the problem with TNA. TNA, what they do is, right, they sign someone, and that they don't know what to do with them. It's like, great, I'm going to sign this person. Yeah, I'm going to sign him. I'm going to sign her. I'm going to get them. I get them. Damn, I didn't think I made it this far. Now the fuck do I do? That is their problem. And I feel like the people that are, that are heads, agents and all that, right, are wrestlers that are so pissed off on what they were in the business. You know what I mean? Like guys like Al Snow, D'Lo Brown, Bruce Pritchard, who else was a former wrestler that was for TNA as well? Simon Diamond. Who else as well? Scott D'Amore. You know what I mean with that?
Yeah, they want to get even with the young talent. It's like, okay, I had to go through this bullshit. It's your turn, motherfucker.
Exactly. Absolutely. It's so bullshit. Like, fine, you know what? Madison Rain, I understand. Her contract expired. She went on to become a mother, which is understandable. Fine. Tyler Hendricks.
No, definitely, that's not acceptable because she was she's talented, and her story is one of those things that if you made her the Knockouts champion, it could have been a good angle, good story to come from because she had her battle with cancer and whatnot.
And she's beautiful.
Yeah, she was very beautiful to boot as well. Mm-hmm. It's just they really screwed themselves over. And once again, this is why I boycott TNA for this, And a lot of like I said before, what they did to Chris Candido, and
here's my thing with the TNA fan base. Okay, we watch TNA. Me, especially because, you know what? I have nothing else to do on a Thursday night. Or nothing else to watch on a Thursday night. So I'll watch TNA. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate the company, but I'm willing to admit there's things wrong with this company that needs to be fixed. The problem with today's TNA diehards is that they don't want to admit that there's things that need to be fixed.
Yeah, they're in denial about the whole thing. It's like, oh, TNA is doing great and this and that, but it's not. If it was doing great, they would have higher ratings. If it was doing great, they'd be able to fill arenas.
Yeah, they don't even cover.
Knowledge of wrestling.
Yeah.
We were talking about this last week. What was TNA's rating last week?
A 0.8 again.
That was a 0.7.
Oh, 0.78. They rounded up.
Oh my god.
But listen, I get it. It's 4th of July weekend. I understand that.
Yeah.
Everyone was home and shit.
Because I heard Raw got like a 2.4 on a 4th of July one time.
Well, again, different channels, bigger networks and all
Yeah,
that.
no, I'm saying it's still a bad rating too. Like,
Yeah, true.
Put
Put it this way. Raw's bad rating would be an awesome rating for TNA.
Exactly. A 2.4, they'd be so happy.
Exactly. They'll brag that shit for months and months and months. Now, let's move on now to the final topic of Impact Wrestling. The main event, Mafia. Oh, God. So, guess who the newest member of the main event Mafia is, people? Drum roll, please. From the UK, Magnus.
God damn.
Okay, last time I checked, the main event Mafia were a bunch of guys that were former world champions, right?
Yeah.
Was Magnus ever a former world champion?
Nope.
Not in TNA.
No. Maybe in the Indies, yeah, but I kind of get it as well. Okay, you know what? Magnus is being pushed as this breakout star of TNA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, of course, they'll probably put him in there. Yes, he's going to be the next world champion. He's bound to win the Battle for Glory series, let's be honest here.
Yeah, he should.
He should, you know what I'm saying? And besides, when was the last time the UK had a world champion that come out of their country?
Yeah, it's been a while. Actually, did they ever have one?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Damn. Sheamus doesn't count, does he?
No, he's from Ireland.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Part of UK, but nah, I don't count that.
Yeah, I guess.
Scotland's part of the UK. I don't think Ireland is.
I think a part of Ireland is, but I don't think the part Sheamus is from.
Yeah, indeed. So let's see what happened with the main event Mafia. I mean, I kind of find it funny how Sting cut this promo, right? 2 weeks after he lost to Bully Ray, he's like, you know what? I understand no one came out to help me when I got attacked by the Ace and Eights. But remind you, wasn't Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, and Magnus all backstage at Slammiversary? I mean, they weren't beat up, they weren't attacked, you know what I mean? But they were backstage, but they never came out to help Sting.
Nope.
Yeah.
But they're part of the main event Mafia.
I know, it makes a lot of sense, huh?
Like, it's so, like, what the fuck, you know? But anywho, let's move on now. Also, while the week that we were gone, we heard about the news of the passing of Doink the Clown, a.k.a. Matt Bourne. It's very tough to hear this, you know what I mean? Another wrestler passing away. But here's the thing that gets to me, okay? People might get upset, but I really don't care. It gets to me when now all of a sudden when someone dies, they go right away to, Hall of Fame. He needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Does Doink the Clown need to be in the Hall of Fame? Let's be honest here.
He didn't really have much of a Hall of Fame career. I don't remember him winning any titles.
I mean, listen, I guess Doink as a heel, yeah, that was awesome. You know what I mean? The heel Doink.
Yeah, he did great work. Definitely.
Exactly. My biggest memory of Doink the Clown was this. WrestleMania 9. Him against Crush. in the middle of the match, the referee is down, and the second Doink comes from under the ring, and the two Doinks look at one another, and they give like this stupid look that's funny though. It's like, and you hear Bobby Heenan in the commentary say, "It's an illusion. It's an illusion." That was probably my. Sorry.
But what that segment was when they did that thing, it was kind of a mirror thing where they act like they're looking at each other in the mirror.
Exactly, yeah. But that was gold at the time, especially in that era, 1993. That was pure genius, in my opinion. Like, what was your funnest memory of Doink the Clown?
I would have to say when he first attacked Crush, because before he wrestled in the ring, you'd always see him out in ringside, just playing mean tricks on the kids or something like that. You make a balloon animal, and then as he's about to give it to it, he'd pop it right in front of him or something like that. And then Crush kind of got into his face or something like that. And he had this, I think it was like a sling or something like that, acting like his arm was broken or something like that. And then he revealed that was a fake arm, and then he swung it like a baseball bat, hit Crush in the back of the head, and then he started hitting Crush. And then Crush was taken out for a while. It was like, he went on, I don't know what happened to him though. He probably went on vacation.
No, I remember he came back as the heel Crush, remember?
No, he came back as the heel Crush after he lost to Yokozuna.
I remember that. Then he drained Mr. Fuji and all that.
Yeah, he challenged Yokozuna for the title, lost, I think he hurt his back, and then he stopped talking to Macho Man for a while, and then he acted like him and Macho Man reconciled, but he really joined Mr. Fuji and his faction.
Yeah. But yeah, against Doink the Clown, I mean, honestly, again, that's what just gets him. If someone dies, oh my god, all the way Hall of Fame.
Man, the most people who say that don't really know much about Doink the Clown. Like they probably never watched anything about him.
Maybe Matt Bourne, again, but let's be honest here. I mean, you may hear what pisses me off as well. I think that the WWE might do as well. Since Doink the Clown was played by the Brooklyn Brawler,
yeah,
they might still have Doink the Clown be played on television on rare occasions. Do you guys see that happening?
I wouldn't be surprised if they do that, but I don't think they should.
I mean, it depends on how they acknowledge. Yeah, if they acknowledge the real Doink the Clown that he died. What was his name again?
Matt Bourne.
Matt Bourne.
And if they say something like that, like Matt Bourne passed away and he played Doink the Clown, then maybe they can do it again. But if they acknowledge more about Doink the Clown passing away, then you might as well not just show Doink the Clown anymore.
Yeah. Now, I mean, again, it is what it is. Matt Bourne now is in a better place. But now let's move on, shall we?
Okay.
Unigamer, yesterday, I'm sure you got the same message that I got, right?
Yeah, actually, I got it on a comment on my video.
I got it on a personal message by someone that you and I have a history with.
Yeah, someone I hadn't done a video on in 2 months. That comment he left was a video directed towards him 2 months ago.
For those of you who are wondering who we're talking about, it's none other than Sean from Sean's View Entertainment. Oscar Kokoschka, stupid kid. That's all I'm going to say about that. But he really gets to me, right? Those of you who don't know, yesterday, I come home, right, from running my errands, right? I turn my laptop, I get a PM, right? I'm thinking, great, fan mail, right? And what do you know? It's from Sean's View himself. He sends me a personal message that really is like, what the hell? Because mind you, I have not made a video on him in 2 months. Okay? 2 months passed, I made a video on him. I moved on. you know? Drama-free, all this crap, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me the message that says the following. 1 second here. And it says the following. This is a direct message and a statement to you and all the people who criticized me, talked me down, called me names, exposed me or buried me over the years, tried to make me leave this website, sending all threats and whatever else. I am about to reach 10,000 subscribers. I have broken down the wall, and you cannot stop me or put me down. Keep talking, keep trashing me. I always win. I always get ahead. I always am above people like you. I will keep moving on. And what are you going to do about it? What? Oh my God, great, my phone just turned off. It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
What happened?
Okay, where am I? What are you going to say? What will you say now, huh? Nothing you say will end me or stop me. No one can kill me. This is the one that kind of gets to me, okay? The last sentence, okay? I will be on top of the world, and I will look down on people like you.
You know, he sent me the same comment on my video, pretty much, just minus the I will be on top of the world and look down on people like you. It ends in I always am above people like you. And this was my reply to the comment. I said, this is old news. I don't care about you anymore. Which, to be honest, I don't give a shit about him anymore. This video was done 2 months ago. I haven't talked about you since, and I don't care to. And that's the God honest truth. This right here in this podcast, this is going to be the only time I bring it up, because I am not going to waste my time with any of his bullshit. You know, he's about to reach 10,000 subscribers. What the fucking do? Congratulations. I don't care. I have only 42 subscribers, but you know what? I will take my 42 subscribers over your 10,000 any day of the week, because I did not throw away any dignity that I had to get those 42 subscribers. So
same here. I have 260 now. Okay, and I've earned each one of them. I've earned them all. I've earned all my 100 subs that I had on my old channel, and I've earned all my 260 subs on this channel, and they're all real. Okay. Number two, I mean, here's the thing, right? He says he will look down on people like me. Normally, when you hear shit like that, you hear from people that are either A, with high power, or two, people who are rich, right?
Yeah.
This guy doesn't even have a job. This guy's, as a matter of fact, he's on the government's paying for his shit.
Exactly.
And
the government's paying for his shit. Here's the thing, right? He already has 10,000 subs. He already hit the 10,000 sub record. Good for him. Good for him. Here's the thing, right? If I were to have 10,000 subs, or any of us, okay, would we act like that, like he does?
No.
I'd be happy. Fuck. I'd go out and party. I'd go out and bake some hooas. I'd go out and smoke, do what I gotta do, but damn, be happy. Move on with your life. You know what I'm saying?
What was it? It was an interview with Jason David Frank. He was talking about, like, when you get successful or anyone who's really detracted you from being successful, you don't have to rub it in their face. I mean, I think that's what it was. He was just wanting to rub it in our face that he's getting to high levels, but you don't have to rub it in our face to say how I'm successful. It's like,
I mean, here's the thing. One more thing I want to add to this. Nothing lasts forever. This YouTube.com will not be on here forever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We won't be here forever. Neither will he. Nothing lasts forever. Everything at one point or another comes to an end. You know what I mean? And I want him to realize that, you know what? I haven't made a video on you in 2 months, excluding this. I moved on from the bullshit, from the drama. I left you alone for 2 months. I'm trying to do that. But when you send me stupid shit on a PM, I'm going to retaliate. You know what I mean? It's in my nature.
Yeah, you're going to speak your mind.
Exactly. And the reason why the video that I posted on Sean is on Daily Motion is because I want to keep this channel drama-free. I want to. I really do. And the count that I have a strike on the channel, so there you go as well.
Yeah.
Now, Josie, anything you want to add on to this about this, about Broke Boy himself, Sean's view?
No, he's still acting like a child. Like, he hasn't really grown up yet. Like, how old is he? 25?
He's 25. He's about to push 30 in 5 years.
It's just sad. Like, he's still acting like that. And you guys haven't really done nothing to him for, like, the past few months. And, he just wants to go bother people about, I got 10,000 subs. Like, it's ridiculous. Be glad that you have those subs, and, you just forget what happened in the past and move on.
Again, here's the thing, though. Again, if those subs are real, if they're fake, we'll never know.
Exactly, we won't know.
I mean, he knows. It's in his conscience, And again, I'm not going to argue about that. We offered him to come on this podcast months ago so he could squash his beef, but he didn't want to hear nothing about it. Heel Cat herself asked via Facebook to come on, and he pretty much told her off, telling her how much he hates me, hates this group, and told her to fuck off. So there you go. I mean, again, he's not man enough to face confrontation when it comes to him. Yeah. And you know what's funny as well? I asked people that have made videos on him in the past, like guys like Nate the Don, 420 Goonie, Alec Baumgartner. Hey, has Sean sent you guys PMs? Even Bryan Crazy Ass, and they all said no. I didn't get nothing from him. So it looks like I'm the only guy he sent the PM to.
And I wonder if he commented on anyone else's video, because if am I the only guy whose video he commented on, then. And I don't get why. What's the point in all this? Okay, you got 10,000.
Be happy. Be happy. Exactly. Go celebrate. Go eat some ice cream, buddy.
Yeah. And once again, it's one of those things where, so what? He's got 10,000 subs, and he's probably gonna get more views on his videos and whatnot. He's doing good for himself. Good for you. But what's gonna happen when YouTube decides, we don't want to do the partnership program no more, you're not getting paid? What's he going to do then?
I mean, what else was he good at? Can he bag groceries? Does he know how to count money at a bank? Does he know how to mop the floor, how to sweep? We don't know.
I mean, if this all goes away tomorrow, you and me, we have real jobs that we do.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm happy with myself, To me, this is just a hobby. Me making videos here are just hobbies, you know what I mean? I have a source of income, I have a job. We have jobs here. We all make our own money. We get a paycheck every week or 2 weeks, and every February we pay taxes.
Boy, that's not fun either. I hate that.
What happened?
That's not fun either, but we have to do it.
Yeah, but every February I get money back though, so
yeah.
To me, it's good.
Break even.
To me, it's always like, I get money back in February. He doesn't. He doesn't get money back. He doesn't. So at the end of the day, bro, leave me alone. Hop off my dick for a change. Go get a job. Go read a book. Go get some ice cream. Do something productive with your life. You know what I mean? That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm really asking for. And be a good boy. Be a good boy, bro. Seriously. Because one of these days, you're going to approach someone that won't put up with his shit and will drop him and make him a good boy. Seriously. But let's move on from all this. Let's get on now to the final topic of this podcast. Money in the Bank goes on this Sunday, live on pay-per-view from Philadelphia, home of ECW. Our prediction ridiculous. Well, we have the pre-show match, the Usos versus the Shield, Rollins and Roman Reigns for the tag titles. Honestly, what gets me, okay, you want to put your tag team title, but you put it on the pre-show of a show. What's the point of it? I do not know. But obviously, I see the Shield coming out on top. Now, Jurassic, what do you see winning this match?
I see a Shield winning. I mean, it's too soon to just give it to the Usos as much as I want them to have the titles. You know, the Shield just got the titles. You gotta have them have at least somewhat of a decent run with the titles, and maybe the Usos will win one day. But you know, once again, it's the kickoff pre-show, so the match, you know, doesn't have too much meaning into it. Because if it was a pay-per-view match, then to me it would be more credible. Because not a lot of people watch the pre-show, and if they're trying to boost the numbers of the pre-show up, they'll probably do somewhat of a good job. But like, not everyone who's watching the pay-per-view will still watch the pre-show. No one would really care much.
Unigamer?
I just feel like WWE's shitting on the tag team division once again by putting the tag team titles in a pre-show, like they did with the Intercontinental title for a while. They had that on the pre-show. It's like, you know, have all the belts defended on the pay-per-view. Quit putting it on pre-shows. Quit shitting on. Of course, WWE never really cared much about tag teams. The only tag team they really acknowledged was the Legion of Doom.
Exactly. Absolutely. Now let's move on to the next match. Mind you, I am not on Wikipedia, so I'm going on top of the head here. We have Intercontinental title match. Curtis Axel versus The Miz. Obviously, it would be too soon to drop the belt for Axel. I see Axel winning, maybe with help of Paul Heyman in some shape or form. But anything over The Miz any day of the week. So my money's on Curtis Axel on this one. Unigamer?
Was Money in the Bank ladder match, right?
No. Intercontinental title match. Curtis Axel versus The Miz.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I don't see Miz with the Intercontinental title anytime again. I see Curtis Axel having a pretty good run with it for a while. So I'm going to go with Curtis Axel.
With the wrestling?
Yeah, I'll go with Curtis Axel too. You know, The Miz, he's helping the young talent out by doing this basically, because I don't see him winning. And you know, just elevate Curtis Axel even more, because you know The Miz is kind of done. He's kind of in that mid card scene for now. Well, he probably will stay there. I don't see them pushing him back at all. But you know, they want to build up a new guy that they're developing, Curtis Axel. So yeah, I see him retaining.
Yeah, let's go with Axel on this one. Now we have the Divas title match. AJ Lee defending her belt in a rematch against former champion Caitlyn. I'm not gonna lie, I like the build up for this match. I do enjoy it. Considering it's a Divas match, you barely get good, you know, builds for a Divas match, especially on a pay-per-view. I see AJ Lee winning the belt again, still being champion in this one though. Probably like disqualification or count out. Knowledge of wrestling?
Yeah, I see AJ winning as well. It could be by pinfall this time. You know, he made her tap last time. But, yeah, I just don't see Caitlyn winning again. AJ should still be champion anyway. You know, she could be one of the best Divas champions that we had in a while. So, you know, I'm going to go with AJ on this one. But, yeah, I like where the feud's going. I'm not going to shit on this Divas match.
Me personally, I think what's going to happen is AJ's going to really piss off Caitlyn to a point where she just like loses control over her emotion and takes it one step too far and gets herself disqualified. Especially with the way the build is right now.
Yeah, I can see it happening too. Now, the next match we have here is the world title match. Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto Del Rio. Hopefully, Dolph Ziggler gets the belt back. Honestly, I feel like they shitted on him when he was champion, and they should be a way to say, you know what, don't we apologize for fucking you over. So here's the belt back and give him a good ring. Him as a face, it's hard for me to really get into it. Considering that his Twitter account is still considered heel Ziggler. But at the end of the day, let's see what happens with that. What are your guys' thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I'm not really into this match. You know, we've seen Ziggler and Del Rio multiple times. I mean, they do have good matches, but you know, I'm just not feeling it. Yeah, and Ziggler's face, I think it's a good choice. I mean, the crowd's already cheering for him, so you gotta make him face, even though, you know, he is, you know, heel Ziggler. That's his Twitter handle, and you know, he always goes by, you know, the word heel and stuff, but I still see who could win this match. I think they should give it to Ziggler. You know, Del Rio doesn't need that belt. He's been giving chances already. You know, give it back to Ziggler. If you're not gonna do that, then at least have him win at SummerSlam. So he needs to win it back. It was just messed up how had the title for only a month and barely defended it because of his injury. You know, I think he'll win it back at Money in the Bank.
I hope he wins it back at Money in the Bank, because like, I don't know, I just don't really like Alberto Del Rio all too much. He just, I don't know, there's something about him just rubs me the wrong way. But
yeah,
he is a good wrestler. I will give him that.
And a decent, okay MMA fighter back in Pride.
He used to fight in Pride?
Yeah. He fought Mirko Krokop and got his ass kicked in the first round.
Oh, wow.
He fought with a mask, believe it or not.
You fought what now?
He fought with the mask on.
No wonder why you got his ass kicked. You know how hard it is to see in a goddamn mask sometimes?
Hey. It happens, bro.
That's why he wrestles with it off now.
Yeah. Yeah, so now let's get on now to Chris Jericho versus Ryback. That's a filler match, in my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised if Jericho puts Ryback over, which would be the right thing to do, I guess, for business. But we'll see what happens with this. Unigame, your thoughts on this match? Jericho versus Ryback. Or Adult Ryback, I'm sorry.
This is pointless. This is pointless.
Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap.
Yeah. I honestly don't give two shits about that match, to be honest. Like, Chris Jericho, good wrestler, Ryback. No.
But I mean, I kind of get it. Like, he's putting people over now. It's fine, you know.
Putting everyone over.
Knowledge of wrestling?
Yeah, it is a random match. Because since these two aren't in the Money in the Bank match, they needed to do something with these two. So they give them a match against each other, but honestly, there's no meaning to it. It's just there, and yeah, Ryback, he's a joke now, and Jericho, yeah, I'll always love Jericho, but you know, he's most likely gonna lose because he puts everyone over now. So.
That's all Jericho's really used for nowadays, pushing the young talent and trying to help make them. But you know, at least he's not like some people that holds them back, like Flair and Triple H, and
it's like a Shawn Michaels.
Pretty much, yeah. Now let's get on to the next match here, the All-Star Money in the Bank ladder match. In a perfect world, we would have Daniel Bryan win, based on how he's getting pushed, and based on how the crowd is loving him right now. But you never know with WWE. Again, they might throw you a curveball out of nowhere and hit you with the unexpected. Now, in wrestling,
Yeah, I wish I picked Daniel Bryan to win from the beginning, but he's just WWE. Like I said in the last episode of Raw, he has so much momentum. They're making him seem like he's gonna win, and based off WWE, the person who always has the most momentum usually loses. So I can't see Daniel Bryan winning, but anyone else, Orton, yeah, I could see Orton winning, but I think they'll give it to Rob Van Dam just because he's coming back. I see Rob Van Dam winning, but it would be awesome if Daniel Bryan won.
Yeah.
No, but there's a vacant spot too, right? Because Kane.
Yeah, so you never know who's gonna take that. Or maybe let's go with the 6 guys instead of 7. Maybe promote more guy in.
Depends on who's in, yeah.
Yeah. Unigamer?
I would love to see Daniel Bryan win or Bryan Danielson win, but like you said, this isn't a perfect world. WWE throws its curveballs. I pretty much see it's gonna be Kane, Orton.
Kane's out.
Probably not Kane.
Oh, Kane's out?
Yep, Kane's out.
Huh. Okay, so I'm trying to think of all the people that are in it again. Like, I forgot. My memory's a little fuzzy here, sorry.
It happens. Tuesday, almost Wednesday over here in the East Coast. Almost Wednesday. It's understandable.
Well, also, there's other reasons why my memory's been fuzzy as of late.
Yeah.
Some of you might know why. I'll probably get to that a little bit later, though, in the show.
Not a problem.
But, I think Orton's in it, right?
Yeah, Orton's in it. So is Christian, Daniel Bryan, CM Punk. Who else is in it as well? Rob Van Dam. And I believe as well Sheamus.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Rob Van Scam's going to win. Daniel Bryan most likely won't win. I think it will most likely be Orton, and then it's going to build up a feud with Rob Van Dam and CM Punk.
It could be. So let's see what happens. So now we have the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. Mostly all the rookies. You guys know what I'm going to go for already. You already know. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. Cesaro. My money's on Cesaro. I think he's going to win it. I think he's the wild card in this match. I think he's the unexpected. And mark my word, when this happens, I'm going to mark out. So my money is on Antonio Cesaro. I'm about to do the arm thing right now.
Oh, wow,
that sucks. The biggest underdog here is Cody Rhodes. Because this dude loses every time now. But he should have won it like 2 years ago, but it's whatever. If he wins it, I'd be really happy, but I doubt he's gonna win it. There's a lot of young people here. There's no faces in this match.
It's all heels.
They're all heels. That's how you could tell they don't have any good young baby faces.
Which is good, hey, good heels, all right.
Yeah, a lot of. Where's all the baby faces?
The only one I hope that does not win this.
Don't say it.
Yo, I won't be surprised if he does win, though. I mean,
he beat
Jericho, so I don't see Dean Ambrose winning it. Sandow, maybe. Swagger, no. He already has a chance. Wade Barrett should win this one. He needs it. I think Barrett should win this one. He's the best option right now.
Now let's get on to the main event. John Cena versus Mark Henry, WWE title. All right, again, I think we all know the answer to this one. So 1, 3, well, I'll say it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cena.
Cena.
Cena's going to win, obviously. Come on. We really need to talk about this match. They're going to have him be Super Cena and bust out his super cape with the Super 5 moves of doom and have him beat Mark Henry. There's no secret here. Wouldn't be surprised if Henry wins. If he does win, awesome, but you never know.
Yeah, I think when Cena does that Super Cena bullshit, it just reminds me of Dragon Ball Z when Goku turns into a Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Hey, don't reference Dragon Ball. How dare you reference Dragon Ball Z to John Cena?
No, I'm just saying though.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Yeah.
You know what we noticed? We didn't talk about ROH.
Actually, I take that back. That's kind of demeaning towards Dragon Ball Z because Dragon Ball Z is the shit, and John Cena is shit.
Yeah.
So,
Hashtag.
I said that.
Hashtag Dragon Ball Z is the shit. Hashtag Cena is shit.
Hell yeah.
On Twitter. Now,
I can't believe I am so sorry that I just trashed Dragon Ball Z that way.
yeah.
I feel bad now.
You're gonna wake up to be hit with a spirit bomb and a Kaioken and
I have it coming.
you're gonna get attacked by a Cyberman. You're gonna be growing in your backyard and coming to the back door and self-destructing your bed. Boom!
God damn it!
Why heck no? Anywho, before we end this podcast, you know what we did not talk about, guys?
What?
Some ROH, Ring of
Oh,
Honor,
Oh,
the
God.
real professional wrestling. Mark voice, but okay. Anywho, for those of you guys already know, we didn't talk about this last week, but the Briscoes are gone from ROH. Their contract expired. There's rumors of them going to WWE. Honestly, yes, they deserve to be there, yes, but we don't know yet. Or maybe they're just taking time off. I heard last week there's an interview, right, from Mexico. This Mexican channel, they interviewed both the American Wolves, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. And it looks like, from what it looked like, they asked the American Wolves, where do you see yourselves in the future, right, like in a year from now? And Davey Richards said, right, if you watch the video, I'm going to have the link to the interview in the description box below. If you turn into the 35-minute mark of that interview, Davey Richards said that we are currently in talks with WWE and TNA. Okay? Now, when you think of ROH nowadays, you think of, obviously, the Briscoes and the American Wolves.
Yeah.
Do you see ROH dying if the Wolves were to go to TNA or WWE, or the Briscoes were to go to WWE? Do you see this being like the final curtain call for ROH?
Most likely no. I think ROH could survive without the American Wolves and without the Briscoes because, they're always going to try and find new young talents.
Exactly. I do think that as well. You got right now guys like, ACH, Tadarius Thomas, CNC Wrestle Factory. You got Michael Elgin right now, who's going to be world champ down one day. You got Kevin Steen still there. Yes. Who else you got there? You have Adam Cole. You even got Matt Taven, who was finally started to grow on me for some reason. Yeah, he finally started to grow on me. So I see, you know what? As long as ROH can still build up young talent, then I don't see them dying. You know what I mean? To me, ROH is the real developmental.
Yeah.
To me, I think of ROH being the real WWE developmental.
Basically, it's because all the people who do well in ROH end up getting called to the main roster. Not all of them, but most of them, like well-known names. And yeah, that's basically how they get called up from the indie scene, and mostly ROH when you wrestle in ROH. So ROH can't die because that is basically the
That's WWE's feeding. That's WWE's and TNA's buffet, pretty much. That's like their all-you-can-eat buffet.
Mhm.
Just pick and pick what you want to take with you and shit, pretty much. And being that the Briscoes, they're being great enough television, their contract expired, Jay Briscoe is forced to vacate the ROH World Title. So now ROH is doing this tournament, right?
Yeah.
To determine the new world champion. And so far, the entrance to the tournament is Michael Elgin, Brian Kendricks, Machine Gun Carl Anderson, Kevin Steen, Paul London, Roger Strong, Adam Cole, and Sanjay Dutt. And the latest entry to the tournament, Buzzsaw BJ Whitmer. This is going to be one good tournament.
Yeah.
We'll see right now. Shit go either way. Honestly, though, I do see Elgin winning, though. I do see Michael Elgin be the one to win the tournament, in my opinion, though.
He should
It
win.
can go either way. It can go either way. Maybe he might end up winning. Well, who knows, really? Who really knows? But I'll say this much, though. Exactly. I'll say this much, though. Honor list. Still till this day. My personal opinion. And apparently, as well, ROH had decided to cut it off on iPay-per-views.
Thank God.
No, because if you guys saw Best in the World, the stream was just so off. Like they decided, no more iPay-per-views. What they're gonna do now is pretty much pull off a TNA.
What?
As in, have the shows, but then record them. Just have them on the website. You have to just pay to watch and shit.
That's not bad.
Exactly, yeah. As long as, the future to me looks good, though. Like I said before, we have to wait and see what happens now. Only time will tell, though. Yeah. Well, anywho, this pretty much wraps up this week's edition of the GutCheck Podcast. We hope you all enjoyed. We hope you all pretty much appreciate what we're able to do on a weekly basis. Come on here and give you guys our thoughts in the world of professional wrestling and sometimes on occasions combat sports. And as always, I'm Heel Steven. You can follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you are watching this podcast from right now. So hit the subscribe button down below and hit this podcast a like.
I'm Unigamer. You could follow me on Twitter at TheUnigamer661. You can also like me on Facebook at Jeff Animation, and also check out my YouTube channel, TheUnigamer661, where I am currently doing a Let's Read of the Trisha Paytas book, The History of My Insanity. I have just uploaded Part 3, reading Chapter 3 of this book, and check it out. It's very, a lot of people, so far, people think it's entertaining. I find it to be entertaining as well, of course. I'm the one reading it and everything, but it's part of the reason why I'm kind of having my memory fuzzy, because this shit is dumbing me down.
How much you pay with the book?
10 cents on Amazon.
What was the price on the book, though? You know how the book has the prices, like...
it doesn't. It was a self-published book, actually. And it's just like, it's really just a cheaply put together book. It is short. The first 3 chapters I read. The first chapter, 4 pages. The second chapter, 5 pages. The chapter 3 that I just read, 7 pages.
Oh, damn.
Whoa.
Have any of you guys ever read a book with a chapter that short?
Actually, I have.
Yeah, I have. But...
You have?
High school, yeah.
Oh shit! Okay, thank God. I've been asking around for a while and have not gotten that answer. Thank you guys. I got more like, wow, this is like, who writes a chapter this goddamn short?
You'd be surprised. Not every chapter is long. Not every chapter is short.
I know. Before this time though, like the shortest chapter of a book that I was reading was like, I would say 20 pages.
Yeah. Knowledge of wrestling.
Oh, yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at HeyOnWalters. Go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/KnowledgeofWrestling. And that's about it.
And until next week, we'll catch y'all later. Peace!
Later.